Okay, you want to start a business that feels good, that makes you money, that doesn't leave you feeling burnt out, but you don't know where to start. Well, the Japanese have a simple but effective philosophy to help you find your business idea, an idea that suits your passions and is purpose-driven. So whether you're an entrepreneur wanting to start a new business, or you're a professional looking for, greater fulfilment in your career, finding work that feels purposeful, that works to your strengths and your passions, and it pays you as well, is pretty much the holy grail. Hi, I'm Bev. I'm a coach and a mentor helping women with ADHD to get started in business. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing how we can tap into the Japanese philosophy of Ikigai to help figure out what your business might look like. And stick around because I've got a bonus tool to help you really get clear on your ideal business or career path. Do you know, I've worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women in my business over the last 5 years, and I find that many women, especially as they're heading towards midlife, find themselves craving more fulfilling work. They know they've gained a mountain of skills and knowledge and wisdom, but they often feel like their corporate 9-to-5 just doesn't really afford them the freedom to really put those strengths or passions to full use. They want more from their work. They want to feel fulfilled and aligned to their purpose, but actually figuring out what that purpose is can be really hard. And for those of us with either diagnosed or undiagnosed ADHD, working a normal 9-to-5 job can feel like we're being boxed in, like we're trying to be a square peg in a round hole. And often self-employment is the answer. It gives us the freedom to bring in our strengths, our creativity, our love of risk-taking, and our empathy and intuition, all of which can make us great entrepreneurs. But how do we figure out what it is we want to do? Well, this is where we introduce the philosophy of Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that roughly translates to a reason for being. And it's a philosophy that emphasizes the importance of finding and pursuing one's purpose in life. The idea is that when you find your Ikigai, you can achieve a state of deep satisfaction and fulfillment. So how does this concept apply to business? Well, your Ikigai in business is the intersection of 4 different elements: your passion, your mission, your profession, and your vocation. Now, your passion is what you love doing. It's what excites you, what energizes you. Your mission, well, that's about what you believe in. It's about what you feel is important and meaningful. Your profession, well, that's about what you're good at, what your expertise is and what your skills are. And finally, your vocation, that's about what the world needs. What can you contribute to make a positive impact? Now, when you find the sweet spot where these 4 elements intersect, that's where you discover your Ikigai. And in business, this is brilliant. This is the place where you're doing work that you love, that aligns with your values, that utilizes your talents and makes a real difference in the world. So it absolutely makes sense to take a bit of time to find your Ikigai in your business, because it gives you a clear sense of direction and purpose. First off, you know what you want to achieve and you know why it matters to you. And this clarity can really help you stay focused and motivated even when you're faced with challenges and setbacks. Secondly, it helps you make better decisions. When you've got a clear understanding of your Ikigai, you can evaluate opportunities and options based on whether they align with your purpose or not. So this can help you avoid distractions, that great ADHD trait, and stay true to your vision. And finally, when you're doing work that you love and that matters to you, you're far more likely to feel a sense of satisfaction and purpose in your life. And this can have positive ripple effects in all areas, from your relationships to your health and your well-being. You know, having your own business, even one that you love, isn't always plain sailing, and there are going to be many times when you wonder if it's all worth it. But when you know that what you're doing hits your Ikigai sweet spot, you're way more likely to stick it out because you know how important it is. Now, stick around to the end because I'm going to be sharing a really simple but effective tool that you can use to help you find that Ikigai sweet spot. So let's break Ikigai down. As I said, it's that intersection where your passion, what you love, your mission, what you want to contribute to the world, your profession, what you're good at, and your vocation, what the world needs, absolutely come together. And when this happens, it means you've reached your Ikigai. It's a balance between what you enjoy, what you're good at, what the world needs, and actually, most importantly, from a business perspective, what you can get paid for. And finding this balance will help you discover your purpose, and it'll lead to greater fulfilment, and it'll also put a decent income in your back pocket without you feeling burnt out because you're grinding away at something that really isn't in alignment with what you want to do. So, to help you discover your Ikigai, here are some questions that you can ask yourself about each of those 4 elements. But before I forget, if you are finding this video helpful, please think about giving it a like, and if you'd like to learn more about how you can totally use those ADHD strengths to be your own boss, give the channel a subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. The YouTube algorithm will love you, and so will I. Anyway, back to those questions to help you find your Ikigai. So looking at that first element then, passion. Get a journal, just write these down. What do I love doing? What activities make me lose track of time? What do I find most fulfilling? What brings the most joy and happiness to me? What activities do I find energizing and enjoyable? And it's worth just taking a bit of time to sit with a notepad and paper or a journal if you use a nice fancy journal, and just ponder those questions, because sometimes we find that we don't actually ever sit down and think about the things that actually make us happy. What are the things that we do that fill us up, that make us feel good? Okay, second element is mission. So here's some questions again to journal on. What are the causes or values that are most important for you? What change would you love to see in the world, and what change can you make? What problems do you want to solve? What impact do you want to have on the world? What do you believe in, and what do you stand for? Again, you might find this challenging. Quite often we don't sit down and think about the things that we absolutely believe in. And it doesn't have to be massive big stuff like I want world peace or anything like that. It could just be, I'm really passionate about supporting women as they're, going back to work after having babies. Or whatever it might be, I'm really passionate about helping people to find products that make them feel good or solve a problem. It doesn't have to be massive, but just think about the things that you stand for that align with your values. Number 3 is profession. This is about the things that you're good at. So ask yourself, what am I good at? What skills and talents do I have? What do I enjoy doing that I'm also skilled at? What work comes easily to me? What kind of work do I get complimented on? What's that thing that you seem to do effortlessly that other people say, goodness me, how do you do that? I don't know how you do that. And you sit and think, I don't know, it's just easy. Surely everybody can do this. Truth is, everybody can't. So think about what work comes easily to you. And then finally, we've got vocation. And this is about what the world needs. What does the world need? What problems can you solve? What needs can you fulfill? What kind of work can you do that will make a positive impact on the world? What kind of work can you do that will benefit others? And ultimately, what kind of work can I do that will benefit others enough for them to want to pay me for it? Because Ikigai from a business point of view has to mean that you can make a living from it. And by reflecting on those questions and finding that intersection between your passion, your mission, your profession and your vocation, that's where you'll hit on your Ikigai. And I promise you, if you do so, you will find that sweet spot. Now, it might not come straight away, but when you do, you'll have an aha moment and go, okay, that's what I need to do. You might be thinking, surely this is just silly, idealistic thinking. But it actually has been proven to be a useful tool for many people in finding purpose and fulfillment in their lives. You know, those of us with ADHD are more likely to get burnt out than our neurotypical counterparts. And Ikigai is, because it's grounded in the Japanese philosophy of finding joy and satisfaction in everyday life, and it emphasizes the importance of balance and harmony in our lives. And by exploring the 4 elements of Ikigai, you're essentially examining all of those things that are likely to bring you joy and therefore less likely to leave you feeling burnt out, overworked, overstretched, trundling away at something that you just don't believe in. Of course, it is important to acknowledge that finding your Ikigai may just not happen overnight, and it may take time, experimentation, and a lot of self-reflection. And it's also to be realistic about your goals and expectations, because you have to understand that not everyone is going to be able to turn their passions into a career or a business. But by striving to find balance and purpose in your life, you can create a more meaningful and fulfilling life for yourself. Give it a go and see what you come up with. And even if you don't immediately see what that bigger purpose is, it might help you to figure out what you definitely don't want, and that might be the job you're in right now. What a great insight that would be. And to help you figure out your Ikigai, I've created an Ikigai template that you can download below in the comments. There's no email needed, just download it. Once you've completed the exercise, print it off and pin it up somewhere so you'll see it often. That way you can run any decisions past your Ikigai and see if they fit with your purpose and your goals. If you're already clear on your business idea but you're not sure what you need to do next, check out this video where I'm sharing the 7 essential tasks that I think you must do to set yourself up for business success, especially if you've got ADHD. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.